Okay. It's another monthly check-in. I tried to practice what I was gonna say. It all went out of my brain again. Part of that is mostly because I wanted to do these as almost like little time capsules for myself to keep track of my, where my head's at, where my growth is on the channel. And it's not that the channel's not growing, because that wouldn't be true. I'm also getting more and more comfortable with my routine and my methods, so that's a good thing. But there's not much to update on, like changes in traffic or views or any of the analytics for the most part. Which, honestly, I kind of talk about this every time. I don't want to, like, quantify how I feel about what I'm doing based on numbers, but it's also a really good metric to sort of base what my goals are, at least until I can get to some kind of monetization, whether it's subs on Twitch or monetizing YouTube videos. I'm closer to one of those than the other. I'm very close to subs on Twitch. I really just gotta do the average of 3 viewers, which sounds like so easily attainable, but it's kind of one thing, it's almost completely out of your control, because you could do everything to advertise a stream and people still might not show up. And people just find your stream from other places too. A lot of the times I'll go look at the specific analytics for one stream, and one of the stats that they show, hold on, let me try to get there. One of the stats that they show is viewer discovery. And for example, the last time that I streamed, which was Aquila, 57% was from the homepage recommendations, and the other 43 was from the browse page. None of them were from where I posted to tell people that I was streaming. So none of them were from notifications either. So it wasn't people who follow me that tuned in. It was just people who found the stream. And also the way that the average is calculated is a little bit, it's not a succinct metric, because there's, max viewers, unique viewers, live views. It all comes together to sort of create a number that I don't understand. It's a lot of talk about numbers for someone who said they don't care about numbers, but there's not really another way to measure the progress. I suppose the only other way to measure my progress is how I feel, and I feel good some days and not good other days, and I don't know if that has more to do with what I'm doing or just mental health in general and how brains work. I mean, as usual, I think my general assessment of how I feel this month is I want to keep going. I kind of need to keep going. So it's good that I want to keep going. But it's also, see, this is why I try to practice what I want to say. But the problem was that I practiced last night and then I went to bed, and I'm not the kind of person that holds on to information even if I created it. So, I mean, like, I might as well be a sim. And if you put me to bed, you might as well be starting a new save the next morning, because I don't remember anything from the day before. And throughout most of the day, I don't remember an hour ago. I have the worst short-term memory. You could say something to me at like 8:30 a.m. and then ask me what you said at 9:30, and I would not even remember talking to you, which sometimes is a good thing while I'm streaming because it keeps me, new stuff is happening and I don't have to remember the other stuff that happened. I can just keep having fun. Even if, because like doing Aquila over and over again the other day, that was the first time that I'd really like farmed a dungeon in a game. And each time, see, at the time I was complaining, but now I'm like, actually, that was kind of good because I just got to vibe. And it felt like each time something new was happening. Although at the time I was kind of, see, I don't know why I've gone on this tangent because it's not indicative of my point. It's actually the opposite. I just fully lied. I had a terrible time farming Aquila. I hated that. And then I went to play, just, not recording. I went to just do the dungeon with my friend Mitch. We had the worst time. And part of it was because we didn't know about Ares' cheat. This is way too specific and niche to Wizard 101 to be in this audio diary, but I think the biggest thing is I started these, again, I'm completely talking in a circle, so I'm sorry. If you stick these out and you watch the whole thing and you hear me just talk myself in circles, I apologize. That's how my brain works all day. I have one thought and then it seems to go on like a trail to another one, but then it always comes back to the thing I already thought. And even in my conversations with other people, I really only have one thing to say. And I'll spend the whole conversation just circling back to that one thing and not really covering any new ground. And there are people that allow me to do that and still continue to converse with me time and time again. So I appreciate that and them. And also, I appreciate the views that I get on YouTube and Twitch. Because most of the time, I'm just sitting there babbling while playing a video game. And putting it that way makes it sound like maybe not the most entertaining content. But people are watching. And not just the people I beg to watch. Okay, I gotta stop because I'm either gonna make myself laugh uncontrollably or cry inconsolably. So, thank you for watching now and other times. And as always, have a great day.